Hello and welcome to my latest art challenge, drawing 100 hands in my sketch. Why hands, you might ask? Well, I think drawing hands is such a fascinating and expressive part of the human body. Plus, they are challenging to draw, so it's even more great when you draw it in a correct way. As I worked through this art drawing challenge, I discovered that drawing hands is a great way to practice observation, anatomy, and expression. It's also a fun and rewarding way to drawing hands and connect with others through art. Some of them turned out really great, but some of them not. But that's all part of the process, right? I had a lot of fun working on this project, and I hope you will enjoy watching my art progress. Without further ado, let's see my 100 hands drawing. Let's start it. So this one is A4 size pastel pink color, and it's very nice the color. And this one is came from Royal Talent's art creation sketchbook. I think this is a very good quality and very affordable, so I highly recommend this kind of sketchbook. The reference pictures I found in Pinterest, the most of them, and I saved them in one group. I will add some links in the description box so you will find as well. For these drawings, I used Faber-Castell Polychrome's colored pencil. This one is Permanent Carmine. I like the drawing with colored pencil. It's very nice. You can draw very nice details. This one is chrome oxide green color. I made this with these drawings. I think you can use colored pencil not just for coloring, but for sketching or making very quick drawing as well. I know the most of drawing the proportion is not so good, but I think this is the point. You have to not just making mistake, but if you're drawing more and more and practicing, you will be much better in time. And I think the practice and progress are the whole point. And dare to make mistake as well, because you will learn lots of them from it. I switched for ink most of the drawings. I use Winsor & Newton. This was the Scarlet pink color. Well, this is one of my favorite drawing from here. I count it as one because the composition is contained 2 hands, but I think it's just for one. For the black ink, I just use a very cheap ink for these. I think this one you can find in any art stores. I know I make a lot of mistakes with ink because I rarely drawing with ink. From this one, I use ballpoint pen. In this one is from Big brand, and I used some brush pen from Ecoline. This one is warm gray and cold gray. I bought them in a package. It was 6 different gray color, so I use them most of the time. In these drawings, I draw it with ballpoint pen, and for the brush pen, I added some details, or if I wanted to highlight one of the pieces of the drawings. For this one, I used Pigma. I used Unipin 0.3 pen and Sakura Pigma brush pen for added some details and highlight the gesture. Yeah, this one is, I know, so can you figure it out where does it come from? This one is from the Michelangelo Born the Adam drawing. In this ones, I'm drawing this in the university, and I focus on the hands while I'm drawing these portraits, and that's why I draw most of the portraits with ballpoint pen, and then use brush pen or brown brush pen, because sometimes the black was too harsh for this drawing, so I use brush pen to highlight, or if I want to focus these details. So when you see this full drawing, you will be focused on the hands instead of the whole portrait. So I think it's a very good idea if you use a brush pen to highlight one of the details, or if you use just this one to add some very good details. This one is a very close-up face portrait, but I know. I like to use terracotta color as well, or some brown shade as well. So this one I used the Create a Color brand. Into some of them color pastel, or some of them oil. So you can find a lot of good quality pencils here. So I like to use the terracotta color, dark brown or light brown, or combine this one so you can add some high contrast as well. For this one I used the brownie. This one is also came from Winsor & Newton, and it was burnt sienna. You can see ink strikes always through the paper on the other side of the paper, so make sure if you're drawing the other side of the paper, it maybe you can see it and I like added some antique elements like these clothes, or they are holding something. It's much more interesting. And if you're drawing lots of hands, if you are or you doing a 100 drawing challenge, it's very good to change the composition, the gesture, or add some details, add some jewelries or different clothes item, because it could be very boring if you just drawing the same hand or didn't use the same art supplies. So I recommend try out a lot of art supplies, the drawing with pencils, colored pencil, drawing with ink, or just ballpoint pen, drawing with just like me, just a brush pen, in just a very quick croquis sketches. It doesn't matter if you are making a mistake or not, but you will be much more better with just drawing with one line. That's why I use sometimes a magenta color. It was also Ecoline brush pen, because it's very high contrast, like the black and the magenta color, and I like how it turned out. Also, you can use a colored pencil. It was Crayola erasable colored pencil. I'm also bought this one in a pack. I think it was 12 colors, and all of them you can erase it, so you can correct some of the mistakes. For the graphite pencils, I'm using Staedtler. Usually I use 2B or HB, and not too soft or not too hard, because I don't like it, and I think you can make a better artwork with 2B pencil or something softer. You can see I tried a lot of gesture, a lot of positor. Sometimes I try to use two hands composition, and some of interesting, because it's some of them more easier, some of them difficult, but you will learn how to draw the hands in a lot of different position. I like to add, as I mentioned, some jewelries like rings or bracelets as well. It makes more interesting, I think. Just like this one, I draw with brown pencils with some antique elements and antique cloth elements. And we are almost finished, because I think this is the 96. No, it's 98. For this I used a big ballpoint pen. It's a pink one, but I bought it in a pack, so it was not just pink, purple, some of green and blue shape as well, color as well. And yeah, we are almost finished with the 100 drawing challenge. It was very hard and difficult drawing so many hands. It was really challenging for me, and I have to push myself to drawing, to sit up and drawing, or just use my hands as a reference. And finally, this is the 100th hand drawing. I added some details and some different fonts as well to make more nicer and cooler. It took a lot of time, effort and pencils to finish this challenge, but I'm so glad I did it. I learned so much about myself during this art drawing challenge, and I hope that my journey inspires you to try out something new and creative as well. If you like this video, don't forget to give a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more art tutorials and sketchbook tour. Thanks for watching me, and don't forget to share your artwork as well. Let me know if you have any question and if you need any further assistance. Let's keep creating and inspiring each other. See you next time.